stillborn. It has to like go through tubes and get into.
Your ass is a tube.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it had to go from one tube to the other. It had to like osmosis through the tubes. Fetuses can do that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pro-life.
Yeah.
Because fetuses can osmosis through your body and it will come out of your ass if you are not careful. This is a PSA. If you're not careful, your fetus might come out of your ass stillborn. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want.
True.
Thank you. We're comics, right?
We're comics.
I'm not even upset that Alec bumped me. I don't even care that I wasn't on the reality TV show after he told me I was going to be first. This is just the AC mentality.
Showbiz.
Yeah, I mean, I came here for a year, like 3 times a week, got bumped every single time I was here for a whole year. So now I'm like, this is just regular shit. At least I got first, and I'm like number 12 on the line. So sometimes it helps to just be here.
Thank you so much.
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. What was that even? What was that? How are we all doing, right? My name is Danny. I played basketball in high school, and I'm sure, as most of you guys can tell, I was really good at shooting 3-pointers. Yeah, number 3. Yeah, so the team, they came up with this really fucking cool nickname. They used to call me Aiden Dana 3.
Nice.
The guy that performed fellatio on the water fountain.
Long nickname.
Is that true? No, it's just a joke. You can laugh. You guys can laugh. It's just a joke. I never played basketball. I was 5'3" in high school. You don't believe me? Check. I don't know. I have proof. Look it up. Google it. Celebrity birthdays says I was 5'3" in 2016. Aiden V. Danahy. But no, I did have a really cool nickname in high school. Everyone in my school, they used to call me AIDS. Because I was a terror to the gay community. I don't get that. You look at me, I'm an ally. Right? I give off ally vibes. Thank you for understanding. No, I'm so much of an ally. I was on the bus the other day, and gay dude sat right next to me. I'm just like, whatever. I didn't even give a fuck. I mean, she was my cousin, but still, isn't it that crazy to say that gay people should be able to sit wherever they fucking want?
Damn no.
Thank you! Thank you! Gay people deserve a right to sit in whatever bus seat they want as long as I'm not already sitting there. Just like, okay, think about why else would God have created the foreskin? Gay sex. Right? That's how gay guys have sex. Penis inside penis. Okay, we got a lot of straight people. We got a lot of people that aren't about having gay sex. Yeah, this is how gay guys have sex, just in case you guys are curious. And then this is how gay women have sex. Thank you! Yeah! That was my act out for the night. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard being a fucking really good guy. It's hard being a fucking white boy in this society. Yeah, bro, they just want to see us fucking losing. You know, every time it feels like a crime to be a straight white man that just fucking kills people, dude. Charles Manson used to get away with that shit, no problem. What happened in the good old days? You could just kill a drifter. Thank Thank you, Pete. You get it. Oh, you gave me a line after that controversial take. No, it's tough. It's tough out here in society that we live in. It's so fucked up. I'll just say this last thing. Yeah, society. Oh, God.
You were gonna do that on live TV? Oh!
Yeah, I was giving you this whole set. That was my plan. This was the exact set that I planned.
You're waiting on that.
Yeah. I like gay people. Okay, my cousin is gay. I don't care. I never even care. Okay. I never care. All right. Some of you guys had to be changed to be this way. I was a good person since the fucking beginning. When I came out my mom's ass. Thank you.
Get up ready to win a heat, everybody. That's how you start a fucking show. God damn, we used to be on reality television. That would be opportunity 1 hour ago for you to be on it. You should have capitalized on that. You should have got on the show. Idiot. If everybody come over sit, give it up for Tyler, everybody. Good, everybody. We're not going to talk about stillborns and diarrhea. I don't know what that was about. That would have definitely gotten cut. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? We're having fun? Yeah. So, like, I was watching that RFK speech where he's like, autistic kids aren't going to be able to play baseball. Anyone see that? I think that's interesting just because, like, baseball is one of the most autistic of sports. They have lots of rituals, and they have a whole anime collab right now. Like, the Dodgers have a collab with Demon Slayer, which I just think that makes it a lot of fun. Just it's going to create the scenario where someone's going to be like, Otani, can you please sign my body pillow? And then he's like, how did you sneak that in there? Like, excuse me, she has a ticket, and her name is Kimiko. So I went to the movies today. Anyone see that Karate Kid trailer?
Yeah.
I love that trailer just because like it's so over the top. Like they do all the hits, you know. He's a kid. He just moved to town. He's being bullied. He's got to go to the Five Boroughs tournament to fight on top of a roof. And Jackie Chan's gonna train him. But guess what? They're bringing in the big guns. Ralph Macchio's character's back. They gotta fly in a 63-year-old car salesman from Encino to kick the shit out of some teens. He won 2 competitions in high school. Yeah, like, I love that. Yeah, alright. So yeah, I also work in production, which also just means I do Uber. Fucking hate Uber. I have so many people in my car I would never have in my car. I have like these 2 old middle-aged women. I picked them up for brunch. And one of them goes, I don't know why my daughter-in-law's mad at me for buying sexy lingerie for the honeymoon. What's wrong with that? And I'm like, man, I gotta think about this for the next 5 hours.
He said vodka, he said tequila, and I just let it happen.
Damn.
I was just high.
Yeah, come to chaos. I love like the camera crew is like, hey, can you guys like hang out in the alleyway and smoke cigarettes like you normally do? Like, no problem. We fucking got you. There was one guy here who looked like Luigi Mangione. He may free him. Get real topical. Kill the CEOs. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, like, so I recently got married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But we're all dating for a few years. Trump got elected. He's not kicking out my wife. Every time I tell that joke, though, like I tell them that she's an immigrant, they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I love spending extra thousands of dollars that we didn't have. So you can, like, yeah, she's like your sex slave. What you fucking weirdo. Mike's are weird. I meet a lot of weird people in Mike's. I was gonna know when you go to a Mike and there's a guy like, oh, you guys gotta talk about cancel culture? Canceled? You haven't even been booked. What are you talking about? It's a $5 minimum. But then you can tell all the jokes you stole from Twitter. It's fine. It happens all the fucking time. Yeah, like there was a couple weeks ago, I was at Maui Sugar Mill. There's this one guy who looks like Walter White if he wore shorts more. This guy fucking sucks. He just goes up and he's like, you guys know about Brokeback Mountain? And I'm like, how old is that joke? That movie came out 20 years ago. And then he's like, I don't have a problem with gay people. Anyway, I love my wife, but we gotta kick out all these trans people because those fanboys are enticing me. Just tired of it. Tired of people telling on themselves. Yeah, my wife and I got married. We had a nice honeymoon driving to the south. We went to New Orleans. Has anyone been to New Orleans? It's a magical city. Hell yeah. Fucking so much fun. We went there and like there's so many fun characters. Like we saw this one guy who was in a pinstripe suit. He looked like Justin Timberlake. He was hanging out with 4 black teenagers. And he's just like, I don't care. My pronouns are pay me. All right. I was like, what are you, a time traveler? One day I'm going to have enough money to open a chain of pizza restaurants in the Bible Belt. I'm going to call it Jesus Crust.
Yes.
Pizza sandwich and speak in tongues.
I eat there.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep this moving because I want to go home and watch Andor. All right.
Hey, it's really good.
It is. It's so good. Give it up more talent. I'm gonna just get this out of the way. I have a special announcement before I bring up this next guy. There is a game that's going to be had. Is you can pin the tail on a map, and where whoever wins, that's where Mia and Coke go on their honeymoon. Yeah! Whoever wins, it's a $2 entry. $2 entry, you get a pin, or you can just come up here and you can just do something. I don't really care. But yes, you wear a blindfold, and you will put a pin the world, the entire world map. We haven't seen the map. No one can illustrate and walk through the steps. I think he's already got it, but I'm going to bring this next thing. Give it a spit ribbon.
Shut up.
I'm taking bets on which one returns from the honey.
Most of that poster is water. You could go on a cruise. You gotta be blindfolded.
Help him out, Spence. Help him out. Fly across anybody's
Fly, Bucky, don't listen to Frank.
What's your budget?
Why did that one go
World map and it's
really
also around
That's flat Earth, you guys.
Did you jump off the steps?
She's like, I was a kid.
Whoever wins, I don't understand how you win.
I said the same thing.
We are going to
I don't
hit
understand.
the ocean, you lose.
And if you don't,
What?
And you found a destination. Like $2. So wait, we all go darts, and then you have a list of destinations, and then those destinations.
That's already
Yellow Knight.
go for tape. Go for tape.
I thought I did.
Yellow Knight.
Yeah.
Oh no, this
Are you gonna throw darts at me? Is that what you're doing? It seems like
You
a
are the dark We're throwing you out of the map.
place. Yeah. I don't believe in most of these places.
It's figure 2 though.
What is this? Fucking Narnia? Oh, that's not it. Oh, Pensadale is what it is. What country is this? Huh? So like the song when you were a kid to learn the South American capitals? Caracas, Venezuela, Bogota, Colombia, Quito, Ecuador, Lima, Peru. Lima, Peru. I can't believe it. Where are you from? Philadelphia. No, I'm from Dallas. But they both have a lot of racist people in it. So, I don't know Philadelphia.
I don't know where we're going. I feel like we're going to be going to China or Australia or Russia. I know you don't want Russia.
Going to Pakistan.
Oh, good stuff. I was trying to get everything turned away from the map and stuff. Thank you.
You started naming countries.
Yeah. Huh?
You're going to Georgia, not the state.
I know. I mean, that segue. This is a good one. I hit a new low. Not right now. Like, I know I'm a dirty pile of garbage, right? But I thought I was at a level. And then the other day, my friend was over and he wanted some water out of the Brita filter, and he saw that it was filled with algae. At the bottom. I didn't realize that could happen. And I've definitely been drinking it for a while. And I've definitely served it to friends. They have been, and now I've cleaned it, and I'm scared it's what's keeping me alive. Like, what if I accidentally found the reason I can still walk? If I just like fall apart in the next few days, you'll know I destroyed the fountain of youth. Not fountain of youth, it's more of a Dorian Gray situation maybe where I get old but I'm still alive. I don't know. I'm about to have my second 45th birthday next week.
Nice. Tuesday.
There's no good birthdays after 38. Like, none of the numbers matter after. Because 38, that's the year where whatever state you're in, you can fuck people half your age legally. Math joke.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not 36. It's 36.
Oh, it is 30. What did I say?
36 is like frowned upon.
It's classier at 38.
34 New York.
It's classy. It's not. They're just an old lady. When I'm 38. Yeah, what are you talking about? That's just an old lady. God. I can't. I don't like talking about like dating. I don't do a lot of dating jokes and shit. Not because it's hack, but just because I don't like talking about dating. It feels like I'm talking out of school. Plus, there's no statute of limitations on battery. No, I'm kidding. It's 6 years. 6 years ago, I'm smacking this bitch for not making my roast on time. I always pick a different year because I'm hoping some guy will be like, no, actually, there is a statute of limitations. And then I'll have found the rapist in the world. You're welcome, ladies. God damn it. That algae thing really embarrasses me, for the record. I don't get embarrassed about anything. Ashley was the one that saw it. So like, that's how I make my ice. Everybody in my home has gotten ice there. Anyway, thank you. I'm pretty sure some has been inside girls. I'm making a new STD.
What are you doing with the ice cube? What's it called?
That was a lie. It was for comedy's sake.
What's the new STD called?
The new STD?
Yeah, what is it called?
Alec Feinstein. Because it's round and itchy.
What a coincidence. That happens to be my name. That was good.
Hey, Hey guys, so you might be wondering why there's this map on the wall. No, I'm fucking around
It's
there.
actually an autograph projection.
When are we throwing darts?
After set, maybe. I would
You know,
right
you know
now.
what I like about this show?
What?
They keep it flowing.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They don't interrupt it. They just keep the comedy coming. You get on a roll and you just keep getting to go. Anyway, give it up for this birthday boy, Mr. Al.
Oh, your eye. How do it? Blindfold? Oh, Alan! Alan, beating you! It's changing now!
My eyes are closed.
Alan's making the darts right now! Blindfold! Maybe like the darts. Maybe like I don't know why. You got like
Darts.
You guys are going to India!
This is Steven.
I'm sorry, let me down!
I don't care.
Take out.
Let's give this show going. Give it up for Matthew Johnson.
Keep it going for Alec, guys. Let's be honest, Mia wants to go to wherever that place is the Chinese send the Uyghurs for the honeymoon.
Yeah.
They're doing genocide. Mia's like, I've seen the German genocide. Why not show me the Chinese? Maybe the trains are better. They are doing a genocide. It's just also they make our cell phones. We're like, we'll shut the fuck up. You do whatever you want to the people. I don't even know what they look like. That's how good they are at the genocide thing. Like, what does the Uyghur look like? No idea. All right, you guys are a little not political. That's cool. I think
Stop using the hard R.
oh, it's Uyghur. Okay. I see what's going on there. Maybe I just look too racist to talk about it. I look like I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they're doing it, and I support it. I do. I know. Like, I look like I have a GoFundMe for saying racist slurs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not like help me because I did it. It's more like you pay me $5 and I'll say whatever slur you want to whoever you want. Again, I do look racist. I'm not. I have friends that'll be like, hey man, I saw your comedy, and you know what? You're surprisingly liberal. That's cool. And I'm like, the surprising part kind of hurts a little bit, man. It means you were expecting something else. Had a weird situation happen the other day at 7-Eleven. To live in the hood, stopped at 7-Eleven to go home, get some chips. And as I'm paying for the shit, this drunk black lady, possibly homeless, definitely assisted in some sort of living. She just comes up to me as I'm checking out. She goes, hey, you in the KKK? I bet you in the KKK. Bet you in the KKK, aren't you? You in there. To the point the Indian guy's just like, lady, this is feeling fucking racist, man. This is weird. It puts me in a weird situation. You know how hard it is to say you're not a racist while also telling a black lady to get the fuck away from you? It's like, that's an unwinnable situation. Like, lady, if I was in the KKK, you think I'd be on fucking Martin Luther King and Big at a 7-Eleven right now? Like, you think I'd be allowing you to speak to me right now? Speaking of racist weird shit, you guys see Kanye made a song about blowing his cousin?
Yeah.
Finally a relatable hip hop song, alright? For so long it's just been money, cars, hoes. I can't relate to that. Oh, I sell drugs and kill people. Cool, man. Talk about the real shit. Talk about what everybody's been through. You know, blowing your fucking cousin for like 6 years. It's also got a song where the chorus is Heil Hitler. Yeah. It's like, cool, now I gotta worry about not saying two things when I'm rapping along in the car. This is getting a bit much, Kanye. Also, kind of shitty kind of shitty a hip hop song comes out, I finally know how to do the dance to it. And I'm not allowed to do the dance. I can't teach you how to Dougie, but I can do the fucking Kanye riff. That's simple. I don't even gotta move my feet or nothing. It's perfect. Got jumped on Saturday. Kind of saw that coming. Not gonna lie. Like, at the 8-month time, that's when the women I'm dating are just like, so you're not gonna go to therapy. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I am, man. What do you want? I don't like, just don't agree with therapy. I think it's stupid. I'm probably gonna have to go at some point, but it's dumb. It's dumb. I'm trying to find a therapist. I'm looking at their fucking profiles and shit. Like, I'd rather be on dating sites than this shit. It's just the lamest fucking people. I want to be a therapist because my dream is to really help people. Really, dude? Maybe it's like, because you're just not qualified to do anything other than listen to somebody. Like, that's all your job qualifications are is I can stay awake while you talk. Like, I don't know, it's just at the end, at the heart of it to me, it's like you're paying a person to pretend to care about you. Like, that's fucking, at least with a doctor, it's like you're pretending to fucking actually treat me with medicine or something. You're pretending the cancer's operable just to get your extra paycheck, but that's fine, you do an operation. Fucking, oh, I really just love helping people and the joy I bring from happiness. Really, dude? Because your out-of-pocket cost is $280 an hour without insurance. So, like, maybe your real goal is just make easy money. So maybe I won't go to therapy. Who knows? Maybe I'll just continue to spiral. I'm at 40 now. I may get another 10 years and you learn my whole life story. You're like, you know what? That guy lived way longer than expected. Also got like too much. You ever be like, I got too much shit to say to a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, other people don't need to hear all of this. Maybe I need to spread it out between like 6 of them. I need group therapy, but like reverse group therapy, where it's just a group of therapists and me. One guy's just like, rewind the tape. You said you filmed a murder by accident? Nailed it. That's kind of what the gunshot sounded like when it fucking popped in the back of the head. Woo! Yeah, I got weird trauma. I think I got trauma-induced autism at this point. Like, I used to look people in the eyes, and that shit is out the window. I even asked a friend, I was like, hey, do I seem sexist? He was like, you don't look my girlfriend in the eyes every time you talk to her. I'm like, that's autism, dude. That's not, it's a different ism. I got weird stories that, like, I don't even really think of as traumatic, and other people are like, yeah, that's trauma, dude. You got that. Like, I was 12, a foster brother of mine tried to stab my mom with a pair of scissors and kill her, and then we just beat the shit out of him. And a lot of people are like, that's probably pretty traumatic. And I'm like, actually, pretty cool memory, to be honest. I felt like Batman, but better than Batman because I saved my mom. And that's more than Batman. Because you ever felt 12 and cooler than Batman? That's a good memory.
Everybody. There's so many people begging to get up right now, so let's just keep it going. What do you say? So far, we have in the board somewhere in southern Russia and Madagascar. That's a pretty cool, common honeymoon destinations. That's nothing even that crazy. Give it up for Jesse. Give it up for Gavin, everybody.
Ashley was talking about Kanye's cousin song about how he was sucking his cousin's dick. My favorite thing about that song is like he put that out and then people started saying like, all right, now he's crossed the line for me. They were like, yeah, I was cool with what he was doing before, but now that he's gay, I'm off the Off the rocker. My girlfriend just graduated. Yeah, she graduated from USC, but it was pretty. It was interesting being like an open mic comedian at my girlfriend's USC graduation, because I was like surrounded by a bunch of dudes who were like 100% the better choice. Like they all were like they were all. It was an engineering graduation, so they're all gonna be fucking rich. And I was with her family too. I was seeing them see it. Her family hates me, dude. I'm like the worst candidate for their daughter. I'm a college dropout pursuing stand-up comedy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. And yeah, it sucked. I feel like I don't even speak their language. They only speak Spanish. They're immigrants. Yeah, I can't understand a word that they're saying. I think they hate me. They might love me. I'm just not sure. I don't know what they're saying most of the time. But no, yeah. Ever since I've been with my girlfriend, I've been gaining a bunch of weight, which has been interesting. I should probably go to the gym. I should probably actually go to therapy too. I actually was talking about that. Just because every time I'm like watching TV or something, I'm watching like a movie or TV, at some point while I'm watching, I'll be like, oh, I think this is the part where he kills himself. And then they never do. And I'm like disappointed for some reason that they didn't do it. I'm like, damn, I really thought he was gonna do it. And my girlfriend's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? We're watching Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm like, yeah, but he lost his chipmunks. That's pretty sad. You know? She's like, well, you have dogs. Would you kill yourself if you lost your dogs? I'm like, dude, I want to kill myself when I get home and my dogs aren't as excited as I thought they were going to be. So you best believe, if my dogs were international pop stars that could sing and dance, and they left me for some bald douchebag, I'd think about it, you know? Let's see, what else? I've been doing this thing that has been cracking me up. I've been calling pedestrians pedos recently. And then, like, seeing whoever gets, like alarmingly defensive about it is pretty funny. It's like the homophobic guy who's actually secretly gay. No, dude, I'm not. I work at a school. I tutor kids. I'm a TA at a school for an elementary school, and I pulled up to school yesterday, and I was wearing the same thing as one of my students that we were twinning. And he was like, "Mister, we're twinning." And it was just kind of a rough way to find out that I dressed like a bitch-ass third grader with an almond allergy. That was a tough way to find that out. He was like, "Dude, this is so cool. We're wearing the same thing." And I was like, "You suck. You make me want to kill myself every day." But I was reading about the Indian-Pakistani war that's going on right now. That's another war that's popping up. I was thinking about it, it's pretty tough. Like World War III is about to happen. I'm just over here like, oh, my problems are so bad. But no, I was reading about the Indian-Pakistani war, and then I started thinking about like, that'd be a tough job for the BBC reporter to report on that one. You know, he just gets to the battleground. He's like, here we are at the Indian Army base, I think. I'm not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure they're Indian. But I have pretty liberal parents. I have liberal white parents, and I liked it a lot growing up. It was pretty cool, but now it's starting to kind of get weird because like they'll say shit like the other day my mom was like, "Oh, like isn't that so crazy? Like you were in my stomach at one point. Like I grew you. Like that's such a special thing." Which I thought was alright. And then my dad was like, "Yeah, and before that you came from me." Chill, dude. I don't want to think about being in your balls. What the fuck? It's just, I was like, we don't need to have this conversation, you know? I don't know. I didn't like it. I was very uncomfortable. But, a friend of mine got mad at me for talking shit, for calling someone fat the other day. She was like, dude, you shouldn't say that. Like, it's messed up to call someone fat. I was like, well, I don't know. I'm getting pretty fat, you know? I'm halfway there. I'm a light-skinned fat guy right now, you know?
Light-skinned fat guy.
I'm light-skinned. Yeah. This isn't really a joke, but I was thinking about it. Why is every assassin, like, once you assassinate, like, a public figure, they start calling you by, like, your 3 names? Like, no one's like, right now I'm Gavin Morgan. If I assassinated someone, I'd be Gavin F. Morgan. Gavin Fraser Morgan. Yeah, Fraser, that's my one. But I just think that's interesting that they start calling people by their full names once they assassinate someone. I don't know.
Lee Harvey Oswald,
yeah. Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth, James Earl Grey.
It was probably just John before.
Yeah, he was just Lee Oswald. Or John Booth. Or Lee. Yeah, or Lee.
That's crazy.
I don't know, I was thinking about that. I still don't really know a joke for a reason, but I was thinking about that.
Pretentious ass assassins.
Yeah, potentially, yeah, that's good. I was also thinking, like, they only, like, when you get assassinated, it kind of makes you sound cool. Like, oh, who are you? You got assassinated. Like, my cousin got shot. Now I'm going to say that she was assassinated. People think she was somebody. Gavin Fraser Morgan.
Well, you think
I know, dude. Luigi? Yeah, I mean...
He's already
Shoot your shot, bro.
Yeah, I should assassinate someone. If I would assassinate someone, who do you think I should assassinate?
Just pick a rich bitch. Yourself.
I'm talking about killing myself this whole time.
No, you assassinate.
That's not, yeah.
Back of that.
You could have done it.
Basically, I was talking to someone about the MLK assassination. They're like, the thing about that was it was a setup. I was like, isn't every assassination kind of a setup? Don't just accidentally assassinate someone. Oh yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I'll give the time back to him. Thank you guys.
Give it up for Gavin, everybody. Hey, dude, so if I assassinate somebody, people start calling me Alex McKnight Feinstone, the assassinator. That's pretty good. Alex McKnight Feinstone assassinated Joe Biden. That'd be so sick. I gotta read my full name in a book. This segment comes in very funny. Give it up for Gabe, everybody.
What's up? The room is. Somebody left their phone up here. Alex, did you say your middle name is Goodnight? McKnight. Also not common.
Nope.
Is that like a previous last name that got folded in, like a basketball player?
Mother's mom's name.
Okay.
Mother's grandma.
Honoring her. When you assassinate someone, we will remember her. Vanderpump was here. That was exciting, right? Aiden, the guy that was first, that was worried that he got bumped from the TV show, that's going to be a 3-minute segment in a show. And the only person that is even possibly making the cut is you introducing them or humiliating a member of the new cast who's possibly a closeted gay man. Also, Spence was talking about naming an STD after you, and it was like, to be the Lou Gehrig, you know, you get the disease, but it's also an STD. That'd be pretty tight, right? You'd be like, that guy fucked. I was doing a show Sunday night at Park La Brea. Have you guys ever done the Park La Brea, Mike? Woo! The PLB. It's like a community college classroom style amphitheater thing. And I was doing some regular stuff. I do a bit. It's a little hacky. It's like I look like a divorced Ned Flanders, which should be good for one chuckle at least. But I got nothing back from this entire crowd, and I was like, The Simpsons. And anyway, afterwards, they were running the mic like a Kill Tony thing, and there were 2 comics that were kind of like, what they should do probably is tag your jokes or try and punch something up, but they would just give you earnest feedback. Yeah, awful. Yeah, the one woman said, I like the idea of the Ned Flanders thing. I think you just need to explain to people what The Simpsons is.
What?
Yeah. Oh, the show that's been on for 35 years, longer than any television scripted comedy in history. There's 800 episodes. It's translated into almost every language on this stupid fucking map. Oh, they just lost the destination. I apologize. I have no idea. I did not take geography. I apologize. That's on brand for me. But anyway, but then I was like, that's crazy. And then I was in the alley before we came in, and I was talking to a guy who's 30-something, and I mentioned The Simpsons, and he's like, oh, I gotta watch that. But he's like intimidated because there's too much fucking Simpsons. So I was like, watch season 2, 3, 4, you're good. And just like, you'll get it. You'll get all the characters and the references. You guys know that State Farm commercial with the red sweatshirt guy? You're like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Yes. And then that guy, Jake, very nice young black man in a red sweatshirt, shows up and fixes whatever your problem is. Yeah, I tried it once. That does not work, okay? I was drunk. I plowed into a row of parked cars. Couldn't even drive away. The car was wrecked. I'm sitting on the curb. The cops pull up. They're like, you got anything to say? And I was like, I have a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Wait, he's coming. This is the guy that's driving my car. He's a black guy. You guys, I tried fentanyl recently.
Nice.
Yes, give it up for Fent.
Let's go.
It was not recreational. I got a colonoscopy. I might not look old enough to need a colonoscopy, but there's like a family history there. I come from a long line of assholes. My father's an asshole. His father's an asshole. So I got it done. And I'm still kind of sore. I do regret letting my doctor film in the IMAX format. I didn't know that my doctor was one of these, degenerate Hollywood cinephiles. Like you hear about on Fox News. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be Christopher Nolan. Nobody wants to go with the GoPro. But they gave me the Fent, and it was conscious sedation. So it was like not enough to knock me out. So I was still awake when it started. And there's a little TV down by my feet. So I'm like watching my colonoscopy. I was like, wow. I've been in Hollywood for 15 years, and I'm finally on TV. But I was still awake, and the doctor hooked a turn, and I felt a sharp pain. I'm like, ooh! And that's when they realized they were dealing with somebody that could handle their fentanyl. Unlike some stand-up comics in Los Angeles. After the procedure, I wake up. They gave me more fentanyl and knocked me out. After the procedure, I wake up, and the doctor had a full report that even had color pictures of the procedure. And I was like, this is cool. A lot of actors move to LA and they get headshots, but they're not quite as committed as I am. Because they don't get bottom shots. And you guys, I've been getting a bunch of auditions with them. That guy come back for his phone because he's blowing up. Speaking of autism, Elon Musk is stepping back from the Trump administration so that he can spend more time at home without his kids. Donald Trump is deporting all the Latin gang members. Yeah. Tres Leches. The whole crew from Los Pollos Hermanos. The members of Microsoft 13, they're out. Doritos Locos, no mas. It's basically illegal to have a tattoo now, which I think, long overdue. They say every people with tattoo, they'll tell you every tattoo is a story, and that's why I don't date women who have arm sleeves. You know what I mean? All right, I'll close with this. I have 4 laptop computers, you guys. Not to brag. You guys are probably like Gabe. If I didn't introduce myself, my name is Gabe. Gabe, why do you have 4 laptop computers? I don't just have 4 laptops, I need each of them because they all have a specific purpose. First one, that's for work, it's pristine, all the updates, never been to a porn site once. The second laptop, filled with pornography, riddled with computer viruses. The second you launch a browser, you're immediately redirected to buy Russian crypto. The third laptop I keep just in my bathroom. I quarantine it there. That's my crap top. You didn't see a pun coming. There it was. And you guys are probably like, that's gross. You have a bathroom crap top. But you guys take your devices into the bathroom and then bring them out into the world. And that's fucking gross. You guys are animals. Yeah.
What do you think about Caesar's Pizza?
Little Caesar? That shit's gross.
He's asleep. Yeah.
I'm not the only one who does fentanyl. Apparently, I'm not the only one who tried fentanyl this week.
It's not bad.
The fourth laptop I keep for sentimental reasons. And it's because it's a laptop I used to share with my girlfriend. Guys, I'm being sentimental. I'm talking about the final laptop that I used to share with my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. And that laptop is still logged into her mom's Netflix account. And if that ever died, I would really miss Netflix. I had a 5th laptop, but I loaned it to Hunter Biden, so it's gone. You guys, give it up for your host, Alec.
Hey, we have a phone up here. Give it up Gabe, everybody. We also have a phone. I think it's Gavin's. Gavin, I think your phone is up here. Kind of alarming that he hasn't realized that his phone is. It's been 15 minutes of not. So he hits it. So who wants to eat a phone? If you eat a phone, you get the paper Coke and me and y'all are hungry. All you have to do is eat this phone. It's automatic win, basically. It's either $5 that you could maybe win, or you could swallow a phone whole. It's an iPhone 15 Plus, everybody. It's the biggest size. Give it over Gabe one more time. Somebody want to use the phone? Oh, you're going to throw a dart. It's a dart. No, back there I would have allowed it. I would have allowed that. And it's a cruise, everybody. It's a cruise. Hey, pay your $5, right? Also, we're going to do one between people. Gabe, I do love the idea of being named after an STD. I rule the day when I meet some guy who goes, hi, I'm John Gonorrhea. Nice to meet you. Oh, wrong guy. I just met Ken Chlamydia last week. Give it over Gabe one more time. Let's make them say, give it over Ariel, everybody. Give it over Ariel.
What's up, girlies? Yeah, it was close. It's Marielle. I introduce myself, I tell people it rhymes very well. I used to tell people it's like Marielle, like Merry Christmas, because that's how it's spelled. Until I told a teacher one time, and he looks at me and he's like, I'm Jewish. And I was like, so am I, my guy. I was like, he doesn't even know the phrase. I was like, that seems like a little bit wild. I do not have a job right now. I don't think anyone else here does either. No one in LA has a job. I used to. I had a real job. I worked in finance out of college. I moved to New York. You don't have to clap for that. It's not. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I moved to New York after I graduated. I worked at JP Morgan, investment banking. Just doing God's work. And if you know anything about that, it was like a very stereotypical. I was working 100 hours a week. I was going through. It was a good experience. It's interesting because I wouldn't want that lifestyle now. I do think it did fit my personality though, because out here, socially at least, you meet all these people. It's very people are California sober, right? So it's just people are in mushrooms and weed. And I think I identify as Wall Street sober, which is just cocaine and martinis. Like I'm on the Patrick Bateman diet, like just like minus the killing of the hookers. That's not for me. Yeah, I got in there. When I was working at that job, I was hooking up with my coworker. Have any of you guys hooked up with a coworker? You, for those of us who work. What? No, I don't have a job, but at one time. But I think the thing about cooking with a coworker that is like so great is like the kind of sneaking around of it makes it really fun, right? Like my bosses didn't know, like other analysts didn't know, like my boyfriend didn't know. Like, it was like, woo! I did cheat on my boyfriend and my coworker. That was not nice. I will say that. I have recognized that. I wouldn't do it again. I will say it's a very bad thing to do to someone that you love, which I did. However, I do caveat this with saying that after he found out, we were living together at the time because I like really wasn't planning ahead. He found out I was very drunk, texted this guy, saw a text, and he's like, next morning, he's like, I'm gonna go stay with my friends for a few days. I'm calling my mom. He's like, I'm calling my mom. I'll be back on Monday. You have to figure it out. I'm like, okay. And then he gave me the Xanax to eat for the next 24 hours. So like, maybe for me to at least consider it. Next morning, his mom calls me, and the first thing she says, like, okay, first of all, are you okay? I said, I'm okay. She goes, second of all, maybe he deserved to get hurt. Oh, wait, that's a push from the bottom. Is this it? Oh yeah. Okay. So let's rewind a second. She's like, are you okay? And second of all, maybe he deserved to get hurt. And I was like, okay, this is your firstborn son. And that seems to me, how much of an asshole do you have to know your son is that she's like, oh, he called me crying because his heart was broken the first time, and she's like, I'm on her side. We went to couples therapy. We got back together pretty quickly because, like, I'm not gonna lie. Again, very bad. He got it. He was like, okay. He's like, that wasn't nice, but I see why you did it. We went to couples therapy. We got back together, but I think that I should have known that couples therapy, or I think we should have known that like it wasn't gonna work on long term because like we would finish couples therapy, go and do like a post-game recap and try to figure out who won. And like, I don't think that that's really the ultimate goal when you're trying to facilitate a relationship. I am single now. It was shout out to me not having been loved in a while, but I'm on. Have you heard an app called Field? Yeah, Field is great. Field. If you haven't heard of it, I would check it out. It's Field, FEELD, like touching, not the one of dreams. It's like a sex positive hookup app, like straight people grinder, and I think that it's fun because it's like people are very honest on it. Like you're not gonna probably find your soulmate, but like if you're like a gorgeous 6'3" idiot to fucking a Tuesday, there's so many of those. And dating when you're not looking for anything serious is very fun because it's just so much less like mentally draining, right? Like if you're trying to find a boyfriend, it's like where do they go to school? What job do they have? Like I'm just like looking for a good time, not a long time. I'm filtering for proximity and then girth, and then that's the end of that list. That is what I said. I'll enunciate better next time. What did I say? I don't have a job. I'm looking for side hustles. I kind of want to get hit by a Waymo because I think that would pay out very well. I've been watching dogs. They don't stop. What? They don't. No. The Waymos. They'll just keep going. They don't stop. Okay. Yeah. I just have to run faster. I think because it's like I've been working on that. I've been watching dogs as like a side hustle, main hustle because I don't have a job, and which is good. And because I know like people pay so much for dog watching because like people now are crazy about their dogs, right? Like I had, and this is 100% true. I had a couple send me a 21-page PDF on how to take care of their golden retriever, like with 1-year-old dog. And I'm looking through it. It is a single space out of their fucking mind. There's 3 pages on unstructured downtime, which is when the dog sits on the sofa. and that's pretty much it. And he's like sometimes he wants me in the and like I don't. It's honestly, it was a miracle of verbiage. I told my mom that, and she's like, "That's wild." Like I didn't even have that much instruction. Like when people watched you, and I was like, "Mom,
That's how you
you left our alcoholic neighbor a post-it." Like with your cell phone number, and we're like, I'll see you in 3 days. And I was like, that's like you would think. And she sent me an article recently, and it was like independent children end up being more successful. And I was like, independent children, that is such a fun way to rebrand neglect. I was like, that's pretty wild. Do I have more time? I don't know how much time I have. I can do one more. I'll do it. Okay.
1 more minute.
Okay, cool. So I'm dating a lot because I love having sex and I hate paying for dinner. But my family and friends are always like worried because I just want to make sure I'm being safe, right? Because it is dangerous out there. I was talking to my stepdad recently, and he's like, Mara, I just want to make sure, like, when you're going on these dates, like, I want you to stay vigilant, right? Like, I want to make sure, like you're being careful because like you could fall asleep in one place, wake up somewhere else, boom, you've been sold into white slavery. And I was like, okay, Chaz, I do think it's just called slavery, but and I was like, and I'm doing what I can, right? Like I carry mace, I share my life with my friends. Like I go to the gym, like I try to like a treadmill, like I like want to like be hopefully fast enough I can like outrun danger. If not skinny enough, I get a lot of media attention when I go missing. Thank you guys.
Give it for Mariel, everybody. I believe before our next meeting, we have a dark road to happen for Miles over here there. You're over there. Very interesting. Patrick, everybody, we have helmets under the seat for when these games happen. We're heading to Adam's Dark. Alright, leave it in. Leave them in until we have to reset. Just do it. No, just fucking do it. Why are the Toby games happening? And action. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! This could be the destination of this honeymoon. Congratulations, you can live at the club for a week. It's definitely the same meal. Remember, anywhere you land, meal will be paying for it. So aim for the most expensive place possible. This is we come to the stage and we'll bump one guy because this guy's my co-worker and I love him and he has to go to work at 6 in the morning. Tell him to make it over.
Why dark? Yeah. That's what it is, man. I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A after this. Pretty excited about that, to be honest. I feel like I got an order pretty good. You know, it doesn't give me heartburn anymore. I'll get the fried shit, alright? Get the grilled chicken sandwich, alright? Has some barbecue sauce in it. And then I punch a gay dude. You know what I mean? Alright. And I stand over him and I eat the sandwich. I'm like, what's up, you fucking queen dog? I'll do that. I stopped vaping recently. I feel good about that. I feel good. It's easier to breathe. And it's like, I don't know, like the reason I stopped though is because so like my stomach, like I woke up and my stomach like just was fucking hurting. Alright. I took a bunch of mushrooms like a few days prior. Alright, so it's like I was constipated the day after, and then finally I was gonna let it out. It was in the morning, alright? Right before work, okay, and I am in the bathroom, alright, about to do my business, and then I couldn't find my vape. So I didn't shit, you know what I mean? Like I pulled my pants up and then went back, I washed my hands and went back to work. You know what I mean? And I was just like,
That's gay, alright? So, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, it's not really a punchline. I genuinely but it's like, alright, I'm done with these, alright. So now I'm doing zins. And I feel like that's just the gay way of chewing tobacco, you know? And it's just, I don't know, like, I remember, like, I want, like, when, like, my grandfather's day, alright? Like, when he smoked cigarettes, you know what I mean? He wouldn't have, like, a filter, alright? He'd smoke it. It's like, I feel like our generation, we're just, like, pussies in, like, everything that we do. It realistically, alright? Because it's like, even like coffee, for example, alright? Like me, I get a bunch of cream, sugar in my coffee. I never get it black, alright? And if you drink it black, I don't know, that's a little weird, alright? But like, still, it's like my grandfather, I want to be like him, alright? Like, I want to drink black coffee like the people he hated, alright? He was racist. He was a racist Jewish man, though, which is weird. It's weird, but like, I feel like he was like, I don't want to say he was a good kind of racist, you know what I mean? I don't think that's a thing. But he was the kind of racist where it's like my dad had a black girlfriend at one point, he was telling me, and he'd be like, well, she's a hot one. You know what I mean? Like, so that, it's odd. It's like technically, it's like a backhanded compliment. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, thanks. You know, like, I don't know. And it's like, so, and like, he would call my mom, because my mom's from Honduras, all right? My mom's brown. He would call my mom a spicy pepper, all right? So that, you know, is that bad, or is it like, it's not like he's like, you dirty spicy pepper, go behind the wall, you know, nothing like that. I don't know. I don't think the wall was there at that time, man. My grandpa, I hear he was a pretty cool dude. A lot of cocaine, apparently. Just a lot of cocaine. And, like, I like cocaine. I feel like that's something, like, I look exactly like my grandfather, except I don't have the money to support a coke, like, addiction. You know what I mean? And, like, that, you thrive to be like your idols, guys. All right? So let's get there, Toro. You know what I'm talking about here? All right? We're gonna get there one day. I feel like I'm getting older. I'm not old. I'm 28. I'm not like crazy old or anything like that. But it's just like how I look at things, you know, like as far as like what I enjoy. Like today, I got a shirt. All right, I was like, I want a new shirt. All right, like I was like, 'cause, like I don't like shirts with like wimpy collars. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I used to hang around with not the best people. All right, so we wear pro clubs and pro fives. All right, you know what I'm talking about. Pro clubs and pro fives. And I remember I like to wear Pro 5s, all right? I like to wear Pro 5s because the collar was still thick, but it was a little loose, all right? It was a little loose. And I remember the big homies, all right, what we called them, you know, the big homies, they'd be like, hey, Vato, why aren't you wearing a Pro Club? Be like, Holmes, the Pro 5, it's the same thing. And they'd be like, nah, Vato, you gotta be choked a little bit. And I was like, that's kind of gay. You know, like, it was odd. It was odd. I didn't understand it, you know. But then I understood when I was fighting. I was like, all right, dude, ready to go. All right, guys. So now whenever I fight, I come. All right, guys. Same thing. But no, I know I'm getting older because I was at the mall. I just went to the mall. And I don't like the mall. I don't think I've ever really liked the mall, like as far as like but like I'm not a big fan of shopping. But I was like, all right, so let's look at a few shirts. All right, I get the shirt, and I see. You remember like when you didn't have shit to do as a child or a teenager, you go to the mall with your buddies. All right, to be a punk. You know, I was never a punk because I was raised right, but like still, you go be a punk. And I saw these kids. They weren't even doing anything wrong. All right, I was like looking over at them just hating. I was like, these fucking stupid kids. They're probably not even gonna buy anything. These fucking assholes, you know. Like, and then like I was like, I bet they're talking about some nonsense. You know, I bet they're talking about like their mom or bitching about some ridiculous things. And then I heard that they were talking about politics, right? And like I don't read politics for shit. I was like, they had some opinions that I couldn't even give an opinion about. You know? Like, these are some intellectual ass kids. You know? But at the same time, I was like, fuck these kids. Right? So I went to security and said they assaulted me. You know what I mean? And like, you guys ever like realize like you're gonna be a bad old person. Right? Like, I know. And I think that to go back to the generational thing, dude, like, we're just pussies, all right? Like, I've called off work because I had the sniffles. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what if we're at war, all right? Like, they're like, Mike, get and fight that dude. And I'm like, dude, my allergies are killing me. You know, like, I can't. That's not gonna work, dude. We're just pussies, man. Like, I don't know, like, I went to Austin a while ago, and my cousin lives out there, so it was fun, and she was just trying to, like, show me, just, like, the city, and we went outside of Austin, we went to a pig calling competition, and that shit was cool. That shit was really cool. It felt, like, manly, all right? It was dope, right? Because, like, people that would go up, they'd do these crazy noises, they'd be like, here, pig, you know, like, some people would yodel at them, all right? And then a few months ago, I went to a pig calling competition out here, all right? It was over in Venice Beach. Weirdly enough, it was in Venice Beach, all right? But it was just a dude who looks like me being like, I hate you, Mom. All right. I hate you, Mom.
You want audibly, dude, if you were actually trying to call.
If I was a pig, dude, I've listened to a few. Dude, that shit.
Come on, you got Alright, I'm gonna amp you up. There you go. Alright, go.
How about ribs, dude? Yeah. There you go.
That's the thing I want to walk.
Oh, dude, that actually did hurt my ribs there. I didn't feel I went from the diaphragm. It was like,
You don't know nothing about that.
you don't know nothing about it. I'm thinking about going back to karate. I just feel like I'm a little old for it because, like, I don't want to go to an adult class. All right, like, I want to go to the kids class because, like, and not because like I want to hit a kid, not because I want to hit a kid, but like I was like when I was in karate, all right, as an 8-year-old, I was in the adults class, all right, because I was fat, okay, because I was fat, and they were like, you're gonna beat the shit out of these kids because you're a fat little bitch. But the dude was Japanese, so he said, "Ha." Okay, no, that's racist. You know what? That I like that joke, but I want to do this other joke that's racist. My stepmom is from Cambodia. And she came here about 15 years ago. My stepmom came here about 15 years ago. She married my dad. He bought her. Who knows? You know. But now she's a nurse. Now she's a nurse. Okay, she's a nurse practitioner at a private hospital in Newport Beach. So she makes very good money. She's very, very smart, very educated. And she's also, she's a nurse practitioner at a private unit in a private children's hospital. Okay. So she's just making bank watching kids die. Okay? And that's basically, but like, so she's went through numerous schooling, okay, different various programs across the state to kind of like amplify her credentials. And she still has a heavy accent, all right? She still has a heavy accent. And I'm beginning to think she's portraying herself as this simple-minded Asian woman so she doesn't have to talk to my dad, you know, because since she is his property,
So you can't leave it. Oh, man, how embarrassing.
That's pretty embarrassing. But,
Switching off the mic.
But the other day, I went over to my dad's house, and I saw like his friend came over, and his friend is just a douche. And he went to like my stepmom and was just like, "Hey, pal, so like, how's the work going? I know you're doing like a new study or some shit." And then she was like, "What?" And then he repeated himself, and she's like, "What?" And then he repeated it in an accent. He was just like, "How is the study?" And she was like, "I understand now." So you know what I mean? I don't know if she's just a liar. All right, guys, I wanted that to be funny. All right, give it up for Al.
Give it up for Mikey Silver. My coworker. I hope you don't eat any produce in the morning, but I didn't order any. And also, as a you know, I'm not a racist guy, but as a guy that has those thoughts and from the South, I've never heard anybody go, "Hey, listen to this racist joke." So this Cambodian woman, I've never heard of it. But the lowest tier of racist jokes is Cambodians. Honestly, that's how you know how cool you are. The more or less racist jokes about your race. White people, there's none. That's why we suck. Cambodians are a close last. Give everybody some more time. Just make a say, give over Eric, everybody. Give over Eric. Motherfucker.
What's up? I'm not racist either. No, but Alec, right?
Yes.
Just give it up for your host. This guy's fucking.
Yeah.
He saw me jamming out the other day, right? In my car. And I feel like it was a weird moment because I was probably listening to the Kanye West WW3 song. Like I heard the Heil Hitler and I was like, oh, that's crazy. This song is crazy. And then I was like, but what did he do recently, And I was like, man, this WW3 is also crazy. But it's a fucking banger. Like the sound of it, It's a funny genre to get upset about, right? Like a certain song. Because basically what you're saying is like, dude, quit doing that Jewish stuff. Go back to misogyny, please. Don't offend a race of people, just all the women. Yeah. Everyone. We all agree.
Yeah, right.
It's understood that.
That's hip hop.
That's hip hop, bro.
That's true.
That's hip hop.
That's true.
I'm a short, fat guy. I did a mic recently where every guy was shorter than me. It was like I'm 5'8", and I was watching like guys 5'1" to 5'4" cry about being short, and they were calling themselves short kings and shit. And I have advice for these people that are worried about being short. Get fat, because when you're short and fat, all you think about is being fat. So this solves your problem. The short thing goes away right away. You know what? You know how I know I shouldn't talk about politics? Because I look at this map and I'm like, I don't know what's going on at all. I really did not listen in school. But speaking of politics, I feel the liberals are way too excited about Trump potentially going to prison, okay? This guy would have had a great time in prison. Imagine he gets in and he's like, this is fantastic. The blacks are over here, the whites are over there. I mean, the organization of the... Some, really woke, Trump was, woke prisoner. I think he's in jail, but he's woke, He'd be like, is it true what they say? I don't know, he sounds like that, but he's like, is it true what they say? Are you racist? He's like, trust me, I love the blacks. I know so many great blacks. When I grew up, I was at a token black at the table. Got a full meal, can't complain. No, I do great blacks. Jackie Robinson's out of blacks. But I feel like Trump, in prison, he always sticks to his guns. He won't admit to anything. But I feel like his mind would change at prison basketball recess. They'd been like, hey, who would you like for your first, player? He'd be like, I'll take the blacks. No, you can't take the race of the blacks. All right, who do you want first? I'll take the big black. Who do you want second? I'll take the fast black. All right, one more. Do you have one really good white guy, like a Caitlin Clark transition situation? Chaos. All right. You guys probably won't believe this, but I have been sober half of this year. I lost 27 pounds. Dude, I'm so hot. I can't keep marijuana off of me. I mean, it's just... What's that? 27 Club? I mean... What's that?
People that kill them or die.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a club. Speaking of death, yeah, I know you love death. I've seen your sets. When is someone gonna die on Survivor? Show's been on the air 25 years. Everyone survives. They all wear a bandana. They have a campfire at the end. More people have died from the cast of Glee. I heard some rumblings there. I didn't kill them. They killed themselves. Ryan Murphy ran those kids ragged. Where was cancel culture then? We thought that show. You watch that show, you know those kids are fucked up, right?
Singing.
Fake singing. Fake fucking singing for 8 years.
30.
Yeah, I mean they're like 4-year-olds pretending to be like, I kissed the girl that I knew. I'm an actor on that show. I was actually in that episode, but eating pixie sticks during the election. No, they're a bunch of stuck-up bitches. I moved on from that. There was a time in my life where people thought I had money. I was in this commercial, and I looked at Park La Brea. You know, Kate was talking about PLB.
PLB?
PLB is so lit, that place, you know? But I moved out there, I got my first studio apartment by myself, got rid of the fucking roommate situation. Because, like, all my white roommates kept accusing me of stealing shit. They'd be like, hey, did you eat some of my sprinkles? I'm like, some of them? You counted your sprinkles? Like, you think I ate 3 of them or something? Like, in the middle of the night, they're like, well, your hair was in the kitchen. I'm like, yeah, I got a fucking afro shedding, you know? But, no, I was in this commercial, and I moved out of Park La Brea, and this guy came up to me. I was in the store. He was a maintenance guy at Park La Brea. He's like, hey, man, I see you was in this commercial, bro. They're running the shit out that motherfucker, man. Last time I saw way up. What do you move into a house or something? Like, what do you do? And I'm thinking to myself, like, this guy realized we're in a 99-cent store? Like, I'm holding a can of SpaghettiOs. I'm like, yes, the dented ones are good. And things have changed, but I'll give you my number. I'll help you out as much as I can. When I moved to my new apartment, it got broken into, and they didn't steal anything. I like to think they were positive about it, though. You know, they were like, you know, this guy. I feel like they saw me in the commercial and followed me home and like, what the fuck? Like, this guy has nothing. Because when I moved in, I didn't have a television. I didn't have a fucking computer. But I like to think they were positive, like, hey, we'll come back in like 2 years. He starts getting his checks. This guy's it's gonna be a bad bitch in here the next time we come in here. You know what I'm saying? Dating's weird when you're broke, though. Even when I got the TV, you get asked weird questions like, why is your TV held up by a basketball? You know? Or like instead of calling the chick, you know, like an Uber, like, hey, let me walk you to Fairfax. You know, there's some strange people on the bus. Be careful out there. I used to give her quarters in that joke, but I can't afford it right now. I already talked about killing people in Survivor. That's usually where I would pivot at this point. No, I started driving. If I got a minute left, bro? I started driving Uber today. Like picking people up and shit. And this guy, guys, was driving around the city of Los Angeles today. And I got honked at by another driver. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that before. But I got honked at, and I was letting these pedestrians go through, you know, they had the walk signal, right? They had it. And I realized, oh, the guy honking at me, you know, he can see what I can see. This guy, he wants me to kill the pedestrians. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I guess I should have murdered. Give it up for Alec. Let's go.
Good morning, everybody. My buddy just recently played Trump National in Florida. Eric. This is all me for Eric. This is all Eric. Hey Eric, this is all for you. My buddy just played Trump National recently in Florida, the golf course. And on 13, it's like close to a prison. And all the prisoners would come out and heckle the people. And when Trump found this out, he went to the prison and he said, we're going to put flat screen TVs. And they probably marched through the prison. We're going to flat screen TVs all the way. And you get these flat screen TVs if you don't heckle anybody on the golf course. As soon as you start heckling, the TVs go away. Never been heckle since. Never been. It's kind of genius. We're having a time. Especially for World Days. Give it over for World Day, everybody. Brandon Joseph, motherfucker.
Look at the screen again, my lawyer. Give it up for my lawyer who's listening.
I'm blaming that girl. Marielle. I said, what does that name say?
It does look like well, Bernardo's right below me.
Coke also wrote Tyler T-L-Y-E-R. I did they ask?
We'll get over it. Hey guys, give it up for that last comment. The black. I'm sorry. That was a call, man. This guy, I used to be a roommate with this guy, but he would steal my cinnamon.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, dude. So I had to cut him off. No mas. You were in a commercial, motherfucker. Live by yourself. Go get a fat studio in WeHo. Where is your fat studio, by the way? Where do you live at? You twink. You rich twink. AC, how we feeling tonight? Let me hear it. Hell yeah, my name's Brandon Joseph. I know what you're thinking. Brandon Joseph, that's 2 first names. Yeah, I know. My mom thought I was twins. It's my dumbest joke. She really did, though. My mom thought I was twins. She was disappointed when I came out. She thought she was getting 4 nuts.